people are creating, you know, with artists in Chicago, New York, Miami, California. You don't get to see that part, but you know, you have to take it upon yourself to deal with the history of who you are. You know, whether it's, you know, going back to, you know, Egyptology, or you know, going back into dealing with the philosophy of Alain Locke, Booker T, or W.E.B. Du Bois. You know how they talked about, you know, how you have to just educate yourself, and you know, dig, you know, have your own library and things like that. You know, and I probably wouldn't have got that deep into, you know, what I wanted to do if it wasn't for me, me just trying to deal with my spirit, having my spirit in my work. But I was asked to teach an African American art history class, and I noticed throughout my time being in these institutions that wasn't taught. So I had to teach myself. So in the teaching myself, I learned a lot more than I would have learned in any institution. So that's part of my inspiration is, you know, my discipline and my spirit.
This is the last question for the most part, but has anything changed with all these changes in Detroit? You know, the last, let's say, 6 years or so. How has your art been affected, or has it not been affected? Has it helped you or hindered you with more of a spotlight on Detroit and the art community?
Well, you know, I just let this go. I think it's more of a spotlight, and I think the thing is to all of these people coming into Detroit. You know, there's a lot of people coming in from different cities and everything, setting up shop. You know, we just have to make sure that as artists that have been in Detroit holding it down, we just have to make sure we get our just due.
I think, yeah, it's most definitely a spotlight, and I think there's a lot of positive things from all the stuff that's happening in the city. There are also a lot of more opportunities, you know, to show your artwork and to just, you know, I guess make that step into the next, you know, area of art, rather than just practicing for yourself or practicing to sustain yourself. Now, you know, it's more opportunities to gain notoriety. But for me, you know, like my practice, I feel like it's still growing. You know what I mean? Like I'm still getting to the point where I'm, you know, confident in my discipline to create, and it's coming from a place. So a lot of times, whether I'm appreciative of like all the attention and spotlight, and sometimes it feels like a rush to create. You know what I mean? And it's cool because that's a part of, you know, it kind of is a lesson in me other parts of my life to kind of stay on my own path and let things grow and facilitate the way they naturally are supposed to. Yeah, you know, so, you know, it's good, you know, in the long run, I think so for sure. It's also another lesson in itself for me.
It has definitely, I wouldn't say affect, I would say kind of, let's see what's the word. I would say it has some percentage of impact on the work that I've been working on recently, and the direction I'm going with my art. Only because, you know, I just want to paint like things that's current right now, you know, in my current lifetime, and what I see on a day-to-day basis. You know, I'm from Detroit, so I'm gonna be here. You know, that's what I'm gonna see. You know, I'm gonna see things changing. I'm gonna see, you know, people coming, you know, from other cities, and I see these things. You know, I interact with people every day, so it has definitely impacted it. As far as like am I using it or whatever, like to keep going? I don't think that has an impact on it. I think me myself, like just seeing where I've come from when I first got back into it to, like, I want to see how far it'll take me. And I don't think that, you know, the city changing has affected that drive. I think my drive is just coming from, you know, seeing how fast, you know, my art has taken me, you know, and the opportunities that I've gotten, you know, just from doing art, you know, opportunities that I didn't get working for another company, you know, or at all, you know, just seeing where it can take me is keeping me forward, and not the city changes.
Another thing I want to add is, of all like the people and coming to the city and stuff, you see other artists from other places and what they had to present. I feel like it's cool. It's kind of a confirmation that you know that when you're existing in those same spaces, in these spaces that you might not have known before, or like, you know, like just being able to come up in this space is a confirmation that, you know, you are at that same level, you know, a higher level, and you just are pushing yourself further into like the next step in your career, and you're just able to hang. It's just a confirmation, you know, of all new people coming to the city, you know, that you just can.
I think too, I enjoy like being a part of, I guess, the change in narrative around the city, because a lot of times when I meet artists from out of town, and I say from Detroit, they're kind of like, oh, you know, they're a little shocked, or they don't really understand, so I kind of enjoyed that. Like, but as far as changing my work, it hasn't really changed. Like, I just kind of roll with what's going on and try to be a part of everything.
Well, like I said, maybe about 5 years ago, I didn't know any artist at all, not one. And I went down on Livernois and, you know, met some artists there, and I met some collectors there, and I met Henry Harper, and I met the Breakfast Club, and that's how I got to know so many different artists. And there are young artists and older artists, but what I'm finding out, being around artists, you know, I thought just because I stepped onto the scene, art just poofed, it was there, but it wasn't. I was talking to Dr. Cleety Taylor, and she told of her journey in art, and it was long before I came. And so I think that we, right now, we're on that road, that ladder, that's, you know, that step on art, and they're going to look back at us one day and say, you know, they might say our names, but they're going to say that we moved the road down, we moved things down the road, and you know, we're just a part of the ladder. You know, this is going to get higher and higher and bigger than us, and we're just a part of it. You know, so it didn't start with us, and it won't end with us. And we got to give homage to those people who came before us, for us to get to the point that we are now, because they opened studios. They went through a lot to have things so good for us now. And you know, I don't remember seeing a lot of black people's artwork on the side of buildings like Charles McGee. I don't remember in Detroit having any black art like that. So those people made it possible for the Eastern market to have so many black artists. And so it's up to us to make it easier for people who are coming behind us. So it's always going to be like, you know, what was your inspiration, or how's Detroit impacting your art?